But there it is. You're going to be in charge of bunnies. It'll be awesome. You'll love it. Your whole day will be cuddling bunnies and then sending them to be slaughtered. It's going to be fun, I assure you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dave. Welcome back to the wee hours where I suffer from periodic bouts of insomnia and play games to pass the time. We are back with the Farm Manager 2018 Grow Nothing $1 Million Challenge, and I feel we're kind of at the tail end of this. We're up to 414,000 farm monies, and it's still the middle of summer. We've got a lot of honey we can be growing, so I don't know that there's too much else that we're going to need to do to this farm. In fact, we really don't need to do anything at all. We could just let this ride. There's no reason that we need to be adding anything at all. But comments section, Emrys, I'm looking in your direction, stressed the suggestion of possibly putting up some rabbits. And that rabbits, although low money, are in fact quite profitable. And we have these 3 spots left in this employee house without having to put up another one. So we've got room for 3 more employees, and the ducks are on their tail end at this point. I have set the ducks to have the slaughterhouse take all of them. We're just going to gut the ducks at this point. Ducks was a nice idea, and it did win us a couple of challenges or quests or whatever you want to call it, but in the long run, not super awesome in terms of what they were producing. I mean, they're not profitable. It's just they're kind of a pain in the neck. So I think we'll play around with some bunnies. Let's play around with some bunnies here and see what happens. So we got room for 3. Well, we've got room for 3 employees, so we may as well throw down 3 rabbit warrens. They're nice and tiny, which is great. They're super, super small, so we can just tuck one right there and tuck another one right next to it, like there. And then how about, actually, let's do a path, just so people can navigate a little bit better. There we go. Like that. Fantastic. And then last little rabbit hut down here. Rabbit hutch, whatever it may be. So you guys get started on building that, and then we'll come back when you're done. Okay, the 3 rabbit hutches are up. Let's get some employees for that. That's not employees, those are bees. Lord knows we've got plenty of those. Let's actually go to employees, and apologies if on the recording you can occasionally hear my cat yowling in the background. Apparently my cat has decided it's time to be crazy kitty, so he's running around the house like a maniac. Probably the mention of the rabbits. He doesn't like rabbits. Occasionally we get bunnies in our yard, and he does not like those one little bit. Let's get some folks hired for this. Anyone reasonably good at rabbits? No, actually, not at all. That's one of the most terrible lists for animal handlers I've seen. Okay, well, let's deal with this. Oh, cows are ready for breeding. Super. While I was waiting for the rabbit hutches to be done, speaking of breeding, I'm noticing a flaw in my gut the ducks philosophy, which is the ducks are breeding faster than the slaughterhouse can take them, even though I've got the slaughterhouse set up to take all of them, rather. So they are set up to take as many ducks as they need, but they're not taking them quickly enough, and we're actually gaining ducks rather than losing ducks. I may sell off all the ducks. I don't know. Let's try for employees again and get that part conquered. Okay, animal folks, here we go. Come on in and deal with the bunnies. Wow, another terrible list here. Just terrible. Apparently nobody needs a job as an animal handler. I mean, 734 for 2 out of 5. I mean, you have the high crop skills, which is why you cost so much. But no, this is just a flat-out terrible list. Let's get another batch of applicants going here. That's absolutely miserable. Okay, 2 out of 5, 683. I mean, I'm not being as picky as we were in the early part of this challenge when we desperately needed all the money we can get, but in the same token, I'm not paying outrageous prices. You're 477 for 2 out of 5. Ugh. 488 for 3 out of 5. I'll take you. Oh, I have another spot somewhere. I have a spot all the way down there. Huh. I wonder what I can do with that. Probably more bees. Anyone else? 4 out of 5, 502. You're good. Yeah, I'll definitely take you. And no one else is really singing out to me. Okay, well, let's get 2 of them stocked, and then we'll come back to the other applicant. Yeah, 4 out of 5. You can go live there. How many? Wow, this thing really only holds 5 rabbits? Oh, I was kind of hoping for more for that. All right, well, take, I don't know, have 3 rabbits, and then make some more. That's how rabbits work. What do you eat? Oh, you eat grass. Good, that's fine. Yeah, you eat strawberries. I'm probably not going to get you strawberries. Yeah, grass, oat, wheat, you're fine. You're totally fine. You don't need anything more varied than that. You, Leon Lawrence, can go live there. And you can also have 3 rabbits. There you go. Okay, anything better with the applicant situation now? We need 1 more bunny person. Maybe I'll just get a 4th rabbit hutch and deal with that odd space in the employee house I've got down on the bottom there. Okay, animals. Give me animal people. Animals, animals, animals. Not so much with the animals. 3 out of 5, 466. Hired, Finley Bell. Hired. You are in. Let's get you a rabbit hutch. You can have this one. Finley Bell, you're in, and you can also have 3 rabbits. There we go. Okay, should probably get in a little bit more grass, wheat, and oats just to account for that. And how many spots do I have down here? I have 7 out of 8. Is there somewhere else I can squeeze in another beekeeping emporium? How about right here? Can I get somebody right in here? Can I fit a beekeeper house in here? Please say yes. No, it's going to keep bumping into the whoozy what's it there, the wind turbine. Okay, anywhere else I can put one that's somewhat close to where we are right now? How about... No, that part won't work, but this part down here might. It's a bit of a longer walk than I may traditionally like for my bee people, but what if, just for argument's sake, we were to demo this path like that, say. Take all of that out, and that one, and then put in another bit of path. Can we actually squeeze something right there? Yeah, so if we put an extra extension to that path there, and then we put up a beekeeping Casa de Bee Emporium. No, really? That's fidgety. It's just, it must be too close to the cow shed. It's bumping into the cow shed's border. Okay, well, I'll continue to have a think about that and then see what we're going to do with that. Has everyone got their bunnies yet? Has everyone got some bunnies? You've got some bunnies. Oh, they are cute. They are cute. I kind of wish it could hold more than 5. That part's a little disappointing. And let's get you set up to be slaughtering some cute, adorable bunnies. Okay, so rabbits, rabbits, rabbits. Yep, cows, pigs, rabbits. There we go. You need 5 of them just to get warmed up. That's kind of need a lot more bunnies than this. All right, take anything above 3 for all of them. Oh, not 4, 3. Thank you. Okay, do all of that. And I think just because I've got that silly little finicky employee house with 1 less employee, it's going to take that person half a day to walk to the other end of the farm, but I'm going to put someone up in here. I'm going to put someone up in here with yet another bunny place. Give me some more bunnies, please. Oh, I wish we could have the large rabbit warren. But no, we need the training for that, and we're probably never going to see that training. It's just highly unlikely that's even ever going to come to fruition. We'll be long done getting $1 million before that comes up. I know whoever I put in here, you're going to have a very long walk to get up to the bunnies, but there it is. You're going to be in charge of bunnies. It'll be awesome. You'll love it. Your whole day will be cuddling bunnies and then sending them to be slaughtered. It's going to be fun, I assure you. No really good contenders in there. None at all. Boy, I guess everyone who has animal skill has already got a job in this town. You're 671, but you're 4 out of 5, but I don't need a tractor driver on the side either, so no. You're 0 out of 5, Caleb Cox. And you're actually a little pricey for 0 out of 5. 484 is a little pricey for no skill whatsoever. As are you, Ella Bates. 0 out of 5 for 494. No, 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 no. Don't like any... Oh, I love you, Lily Gray. 5 out of 5 for 517. You are going to work on some bunnies. Come over here. I know it's a very long walk, but when this gets built, you're going to work on some bunnies. Now, I still have a little fidgety spot here. Oh, did you finally get all the ducks? Oh, you finally got all the ducks. Fantastic. Great. Well, you know what? Do you still have ducks in your warehouse? Yes. Okay, when you're done with those ducks, I will turn off the, well, kill all the ducks thing. Let's demo that. Let's get rid of the duck pen. And now I've got another fidgety spot. Let me have a quick round of selling here, and then I'll have a little think about what I may want to do with that. All right, what do we got kicking around here that we could be selling off? How much honey do we have? Oh, I took honey off the bar, didn't I? I mean, theoretically, how much money? Honey money. That's actually reasonably appropriate. Oh, only 881 units. Yeah, we'll maybe sit on that. Who's breeding? The pigs. Excellent, good. While I'm thinking of it, actually, let me just buy some more of the staples. So grass. We don't need much, but just give me another 1,000 of that, just for the rabbits. Just to make sure, and then, let's see, they also eat wheat and oats, as I recall. So just give me, I don't know, how much could they possibly need? Give me another 500 of those, and give me another set of oats, if we could. Not uatus, that's a completely different thing. So, yeah, give me 500 oats while you're in the neighborhood. Okay, back to selling things. Oh, we must have just hit an auto sell. Yeah, goat meat, how's that going right now? Got a fair bit of that. Yeah, 7,500. Sure, I will take that. Yeah, I will definitely take that. Give me... no, sorry. That's why it's not showing me everything. It's because I'm set up only on oats. Which is odd, because goats came up. And I suppose you can't spell goats without oats. But I didn't want to look at goats. So, back to multi-flower honey. Now we're up to 926 units of that. But the price is kind of tanked, and that will keep forever. We can sit on that for a little bit. How about some cow meat? Yeah, sure, 5,700 for that. We've even got some sheep cheese kicking around. That's a nice change of pace. Sure, we'll do that. Some slaughtered sheep. Thank you. Oh, got lots and lots of pig meat now. Yeah, there's 8,000 right there. How about the cow cheese? Price is doing really, really well right now. Yep, get rid of that. Absolutely get rid of that. You know what? Sell the manure while we're here. We're not using it for anything else. Okay, fourth rabbit hutch is up. Let's get our very cheap and skilled employee in that. That was Lily Gray. Toby, why do you have nothing to do? Why do you have nothing to do, Toby? Were you for the third? Oh, now I'm confused. What did I do with these people? Why do I have an unemployed employee? Give you 3 rabbits. Okay, you have a caregiver. Yup. You have a caregiver. Yup. Caregiver check. And caregiver check. Why do I have an employee actually not doing anything? Let me just pin that person down and figure out what my plan was for them. I'm not sure if I've hit a bug or a glitch or what. Toby Reed, who keeps coming up as a potential person we could put somewhere, is listed as being working at the building, nothing. So he's allegedly working somewhere. Is that you? No, that's Pigsty. That's a different thing. Slow it down a second. Are you Toby Reed? No, you're Zachary Ward. Who are you? Who's your caregiver? Lewis Gibson. Huh. I'm slightly confused by that. I'm pretty confident, although not 100% confident, that everyone should have a job somewhere. I don't really remember hiring people just randomly. Call the inseminator on the rabbits. That's good. Are you guys producing rabbit meat? No, I need to set your thing for the other... Oh, because it's going to default to 0. No, give me rabbits, please. No, do not default to 0. Just take 3 rabbits, not all the rabbits. Have you already taken all the rabbits? No, you still have 3 so far. We'll see how that goes. And are you actually producing rabbit meat? You still have 12 ducks to be working on. You just shipped all the meat to the cooling warehouse. You got 1 pig and a few ducks to be kicking around with. Okay, who's ready for breeding now? Pigs, yay! I still would like to address the Toby Reed issue. You're Teddy Burgess. You're not my problem. And you're Mally Cook. All right. Why is Toby Reed not doing anything? That's mildly concerning. Have you changed your mind, Toby? No, you're working at the building, nothing. Huh. Don't quite know what to do with you. I don't know if I should fire you, because then if you are working somewhere, you're not going to be doing your job. I'm a little stumped. I'm inclined to just sort of let that go and hope that will get dealt with somehow. I'm not sure how. And we apparently won a challenge to grow some goats, which displays a fundamental misunderstanding of how goats work. But hey, that was 6,100. I also just wanted to run through all of the many, many beekeeping emporiums here and make sure they've all got hives. Comments were saying I missed one somewhere, that I put up the beekeeping Casa de Bee Emporium, Dave's House of Bees, without actually putting any hives down. It looks like they're all good right there. You need some more pigs. You've got hives right there. That's good. Let me check the back ones. We put up a whole bunch at once. That might be... Oh, good. Good. Do you have some? Yeah, you do. Okay. And you have some. Right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Found it. Good call. Emerson, I'm looking in your direction. I totally missed that. And you don't have a caregiver. That brings us back to the Toby issue. All right. Okay, just breed whoever you need to breed. Yes, more goats. Thank you. And Toby, however, is not a bee person. He's an animal person. So just for giggles, just for giggles, if I, say, wanted to staff that, is Toby going to come up as being available? See what I did there? Being available? You see what I did there? Yes, he does. He's useless at it, because he's got an animal skill, not a bee skill. But he does come up as being available for hire, even though it says he's working in building nothing. Okay, well, Toby, here's the unfortunate part of that. You're not what I need. Oh, God, everybody's breeding. Everybody is breeding. Oh, Lord, so many animals. Toby, here's the problem. I'm afraid you're fired. Bye, Toby. Yep, lost a little bit of money for that, but that's fine. Now I need a bee person. Who would like to be good at bees? 5 out of 5 for 597 is actually not that bad. I would be willing to live with that unless anyone wants to up the ante on that. I do want the bee people to be maxed out. You're a little, well, I'm going to say you're a little bit better. You're 4 out of 5 for 544, and it's going to cost me some money to train you. Are you even going to be employed on this farm long enough for me to get that investment back? The answer is probably not. Probably not. I definitely feel we're kind of in the tail end of this, so I'm going to take Evie Taylor, who is already maxed out at 597, a little more than I like to pay for an employee, but I don't know if training her, if I'd ever realize that investment. So let's just get her on board now, and then we'll sort out the hive situation. Now, this brings into an interesting question. How far away can the hives be from the bees? See what I did there again? So we'll get 2 in there, and we can get 2 in there. Now, if I just keep running them along here, apparently, let's see if I can do that a little evenly maybe, they can get to these hives, which is great. I've never really fully tested what the maximum extent of their radius is on that, as to whether, you could theoretically put a hive halfway across the map. Probably not. I may mess around with that on my own time and just see how far away we can get that. I imagine it's not too far, but it's reasonably far. Oh, you're already on board. Good job. You've already made 12 units of honey. You're already down there, Evie Taylor, making 12 units of honey. Good job, Evie Taylor. Okay, price of multi-flower honey has gone way up, so I am going to dump that for a nice little 54,000. 54,000 farm monies. Wow. You know what? Dump the milk, too. Even that was 7,000. Okay, yellow cow cheese. Sure. 8,000 right there. Let's get rid of the duck meat. Duck meat out the door. Boy, that just doesn't make a lot of money. Pig meat. We've got a ton of that, and the price is way up. 10,000 right there. Regular cow cheese. 12,000. Sheep. 3,500. Sure, why not? Oh, couple of slaughtered cows there for a quick 11,500, and some slaughtered goats for a nice little 14K. We even got some sheep cheese kicking around. Go, yes, run it all out the door. And some rabbit meat. How are we doing on that? 382. Okay. Well, there we go. Some rabbit meat. And I'm, as you know, the comments were saying, and again, this entire series has been one long, extremely interesting conversation between me and Emrys, is that the rabbits are quite profitable in terms of outlay to output. So, maybe if we had all of this being rabbits, we'd be getting some bigger numbers, and the profit is very good. However, I'm immediately seeing the chicken egg issue where, yes, chickens are technically very profitable, but the numbers are so low that, maybe it actually would have been smarter to do rabbits at the early part of the game. That would have been minimal investment. They cost very little to put up. And in retrospect, that probably would have been a smart thing to do, is get some rabbits going early, even if it was just to sell the rabbits. Again, like we did with the chickens, just, sell whole rabbits as they come along. The slaughterhouses, I'm looking at the pens now, the slaughterhouses can still not keep up with the demand for animals. We have so many animals. This one is almost maxed out, 12 out of 15. 8 out of 15? Why are you taking 8 out of 15? You guys should be on 10s. Who's doing goats? I think everyone is doing goats. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Yep, 10, 10, 10 on all the goats. There shouldn't be 8 goats in a pen. Unless they were just old goats and they died. That is theoretically possible. God knows they've been there long enough. So slaughterhouse, everyone is doing goats. We have so many goats. Are you done with, speaking of largely useless animals, are you guys done with your ducks? Have you taken all the ducks? I know you've taken all the ducks. You got 2 ducks left. You know what? You're never going to produce that because I believe it takes 5 ducks. Let's check. Yeah, we need 5 ducks just to make duck meat. Although you are apparently just cranking out a little bit more. I'll just let you finish whatever it is you think you're doing, and then we'll turn off ducks so you're not wasting your time trying to slaughter an animal that isn't on this farm anymore. Now, just make sure we haven't run into the glitch where they magically take all the animals. 3 and 3 and 3 and thank you very much. 3. Who's breeding now? It's the pigs. And did I miss somebody up here? Yep, sure did. Goats. Goats need. We need more goats, please. Good, good, good. Everybody needs more goats. Well, specifically the slaughterhouse needs more goats because all 3 of them are trying to slaughter goats. We have so many animals. We just have so many animals. Oh, who's breeding now? Yes, more goats. Thank you. Why not? And I got to say, as, again, we come to kind of the tail end of this, I'm really pleased with what we created here. I'm very, very happy with what we created. Just from, 3 chicken coops is basically how this started. Right where the goats and sheep are now. We have done very, very well. I think we can all be well, you are playing this with me. The comments section, Emrys, I'm looking in your direction, largely got me through a lot of the little speed bumps that I was encountering. I think we can be very proud of what we've accomplished, especially in only 1 tile. We have not even expanded the farm, and again, we'll never see that. It's 280 days until that training is finished, and then we'd have to upgrade the farmhouse. And that's another, I think, somewhere around 280,000 farm monies to do that. So we'll never see that. Let me just do, speaking of coming to the tail end of things, let's sell some more stuff. Let's get everything out the door here. How much honey do we have now? Well, the price is really high on honey. Yeah, 21,000 pretty much right there. Another 1,000 in milk. Get that out the door. Pig meat. We're swimming in pig meat right now. That sounds terrible. And goat meat. We got tons of that. Yep, and we even got some duck meat still. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Are you guys done with ducks? Because I want to turn off ducks in your warehouse. 300 units of cow cheese and some goat cheese out the door. Okay, just as an experiment, it's now the 15th of August. I want to just see how much stuff we accumulate in 1 game week. So I'm going to come back on the 22nd of August. So 2208, and I want to see how much stuff we've got after we just sold all that stuff. A whole bunch of stuff just popped up there. So that's going to be my little experiment. I will see you guys in 1 game week. Okay, 22nd of August, so a game week later than where we just left it, which took only moments at high speed. Let's see how much money we're accumulating in a game week. So we're at 675,029. Let's just call it an even 675, 100,000 farm monies. Oh, just a little bit of a hit there. That's, I don't know what that is, but something happened somewhere. We'll still keep calling it 675. Let's see what we can dump and see where that puts us in terms of, well, money. Oh, silage. We need more silage. We really need more silage. Okay, I'll deal with that in a sec. So yellow cow cheese, yeah, 6,600. Rabbit meat, profitable, but boy, not a lot of money. 777. I may not even make my money back on what I outlaid on that. 16,000 in honey, though. That ain't nothing, and we just made 15 more, so get rid of that too. Cow cheese out the door. Sheep cheese out the door. What else we got kicking around? You can keep the wool. Well, you know what? Sell it. Sell it for 211. Sell it. There was a time in this challenge when 211 meant a lot of monies. A lot of monies. So that puts us at 706. So what's that, about 30,000 in a game week? Not bad at all. And we had just sold a bunch of stuff prior to that anyway, and there may have been some stuff that ticked over on auto sell. I think that's pretty darn good. Let's we need to buy some silage though. Let's not have any animals dying off before we're done here. That would be not so good. So yeah, give me, I don't know, 2,000. Not going to go nuts anymore on getting in the food for them, because they're not going to need it for very much longer. That's my plan here. I'm not sure I'm as impressed with bunnies as I would like to be. I think I'm kind of running into a duck and a chicken attitude with them, which is, sure, they're profitable. There's no question of that. But the numbers are so small in terms of what you're producing that it's barely worth it. And I actually kind of question, are they... I think they're just basically covering the employee wages. And with one employee to take care of them each... You know, I think, again, if I were in charge of the world and specifically this game, maybe on some of the smaller things, one employee could cover multiple things. I don't see any reason one person couldn't cover 3 or 4 of these rabbit warrens. It's throwing a few pellets of food in there. It's not that big a deal. So I think if that could be worked out in terms of, yeah, for the small stuff like the rabbit warrens and maybe even the chickens or something along those lines, if you could have one employee cover multiples, that would be more efficient and make it more attractive to me. But where I have to pay an employee, oh, this pig is almost dead. Get that one to slaughter quickly. Where I have to pay one employee each for every single rabbit warren, and they're not really producing that much money. I'm kind of, without working out the hard numbers, I'm kind of even curious if they're covering the employee wages for that employee. You are waiting for the inseminator, and bunnies are waiting for the inseminator. Fantastic. So I let a game week or so tick by and just did some selling as I was going along. We're already up to, well, 850,000 farm monies. So yes, I think getting to $1 million is not going to be the hard part of this right now. In fact, I don't really know that there is a hard part of this right now. The hard part was the opening of the game, when you've got nothing but chicken eggs to sell. That's the hard part of this game, and milk. You know, milk and chickens are about all you're going to do. Wind turbines. I mean, I kind of half want to fill the rest of this awkward space with wind turbines, but that's silly because we'll never realize our investment on that. For the outlay that we do on them, we'll never see that money back. If this were the opening of the game, and I think that's something I would have done differently, opening the game up, I probably would have taken the loan very, very early, almost immediately, and then done the training to reduce the price of buildings. Obviously, that's kind of a no-brainer. And I probably would have started throwing up wind turbines faster than I did. I really waited until almost the mid-game to start throwing wind turbines up. I should have got those going a lot quicker. Once the training to reduce the price of buildings was done, those should have been going up like a shot, and I probably would have gone for a bigger loan. I probably would have done the additional training to do the $500,000 loan, because then we could have got the warehouse with cooling and slaughterhouses up much, much faster. That was really the bulk of this, was generating enough money to pay for that ridiculous warehouse with cooling that is, frankly, grossly overpriced. It's just ridiculous, and you can't proceed without it. You can't put up slaughterhouses. I mean, you can, but they're just going to throw all the meat in the trash, apparently. So if I had done it all over again, those are some things I probably would have done a little bit differently. I would have gone for a bigger loan and got the wind turbines up faster, because they really paid for the bulk of the loan, and now they're paying for a good chunk of employee wages. It's just all quiet little ticking away money that can be happening without me having to do anything, without having to pay attention to it. 844 kilograms of cow meat out the door. Cow cheese out the door. Oh, we just hit an auto sell there. Yep, just hit an auto sell. Let me just get out of that so it can figure out what it's doing. More breeding. It's the bunnies. Bunnies are adorable. I will not lie about that. I mean, they're fun. They're fun. And it's variety like the ducks. But long and the short of it, I don't know if I'm sold on the bunnies, unless they could be made even more efficient by one employee handling multiple hutches. That would be a good addition. Well, we're into October now, and that's unfortunate because the bees are shutting down. So we have that magic 10-degree number that we need for the bees to be producing honey, and we've been flipping back and forth, up to 11 and now down to 8, and back and forth and up and down as the weather changes. So that's going to slow things down a little bit, but we're going to be fine. It's 921,000 farm money, so it's not like we're going to suddenly stop making money. I mean, yes, obviously the honey is the bulk of the money that we made. And looking at this now, I think other things I would have done differently is I would have put the second milk processing plant up much faster, and then probably put a third one down and focused that one solely on just cows, 100% cows, much like we did with the slaughterhouses, where we started getting more focused with what each slaughterhouse was doing, although everybody is doing goats because we have so many goats in this farm. So I probably would have put a third milk processing plant down, or if I were going to take the larger loan, like $500,000 or maybe even $1 million loan, I would have immediately started doing the $100,000 agricultural school training so that we could get the larger slaughterhouses, the larger milk processing plants, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I guess, long story short, I probably would have gone into debt more, even though that was super hard at the beginning of the game, because that loan payment every single month was just killing us. It's the only time I've ever gone into negative numbers on a Farm Manager 2018 game, because it's actually pretty darn easy to make money in this game. This is an incredibly fun game. I don't necessarily think it's the most challenging game in the world. It's not stressful, it's very casual, and it's very, very easy to make money. Not as easy, without any crops. That was a little trickier. And again, this is the first time I've ever gone into the red in a Farm Manager game. Usually I've got several million very quickly. I mean, raspberries will do it right there. But yeah, so a little challenging at the early part of the game to take that larger loan payment. I think it would have paid off in the long run if we had 3 milk processing plants, 3 slaughterhouses immediately. That would have been better. Speaking of money, I'm kind of looking up in the corner there, and I think we might be in a position where we're going to hit that $1 million. I think, oh, well, let me just get some people bred. All right, bunnies need to be bred. Who else needs breeding? Cows, yay. Love it when the cows are breeding. I think turning off the cows in a couple of the slaughterhouses was a good idea, because we just don't get cows that much. They're extremely profitable and tons of money when you do get them, but they breed very, very slowly. I should have got 3 milk processing plants and focused more on milk with the cows. That's something they produce tons of. Oh, goodness, so much breeding. So much breeding. The one thing I'm going to do when this series is over is go through and turn on all of the auto inseminators. I'm going to turn every darn one of them on. Oh, sick goats. No, deal with that, please. Deal with that. All right, is everybody bred? Is everybody done? No, bunnies still need to be bred here. Okay, do we have a pause in the farm here? Everyone's bred. The vet is on his way or her way. I don't know. Whoever lives in this town. Okay, let's try this one more time here. What have we got kicking around that we could be selling? Not the potatoes. Those are for the pigs. Wow, silage is already down a little bit. Okay, multi-flower honey, not the world's greatest price, but we're kind of getting to the tail end of the honey season, so we may as well get it out the door. We did produce quite a lot of rabbit meat, 156 and a quarter kilograms. Still, though, only 1,900. Not that spectacular. Oh, yellow cow cheese is top of the market right now. There's 10,000 right there. Yeah, I think we got this right now. I think we got this right now with the sheep cheese. Ironically, the sheep cheese that I've been complaining about for the entire length of the series, because we don't produce very much of it, I think is going to, there it is. There it is. We did it on sheep's cheese. 1,363 farm monies. We may as well get everything else out the door while we're here. Sure, get some mutton. Absolutely. Mutton's out. Goats are out. Everything's out. We are done. I may as well hit the breeding, because why not? I will probably keep plugging along with this in my own time. I may even expand the farm and see how far you can go with nothing but animals, although I will definitely be turning the auto inseminator on. So there it is. We did it. We did it. We grew, not a single crop was grown in this farm. No greenhouses, no fields, no orchards, no nothing. Just a heck of a lot of bees and goats, primarily, and a fair bit of debt and some squirrely early months. But we did it. We hit $1 million. We grew nothing at all on this farm. Thank you so much if you followed along this series. I really appreciate it. I had a ton of fun doing this. This is one of the more fun series that I've done. And if you've got an idea for a farm manager challenge, I would love to hop right back in. So give me something interesting. Give me something to do. Give me a good challenge. Something that might be even harder than the Grow Nothing challenge. But we did it. We grew nothing at all. And we hit $1 million. And thank you so much if you've been watching this from the very beginning to the very end. I really appreciate it. Emrys, I'm looking in your direction. But I know there's some others out there too who are just not as vocal in the comments section. Thank you so much for the Farm Manager 2018 Grow Nothing $1 Million Challenge. I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.